which was a bilateral decision. He also says that the conflict remained in the limits of conventional warfare and there wasn't nuclear signalling by Pakistan. Following airstrikes by India carried out this month in response to an attack in Indian Kashmir, which killed 26 people on the 22nd of April. The two nuclear-armed countries used military drones and carried out cross-border firing before reaching a ceasefire. Rebecca Bunzen, Mumbai.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a Tuesday, the 20th of May for 2025. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, back in studio here today after attending the state high school baseball tournament yesterday, as we had some early morning games. We had to miss our show yesterday. I got Tyson up at 4 o'clock, which was not a pretty sight. But anyway, we're back in our routine here today. Thanks for joining us on Extreme Sports. Going to be talking about the Big Ten Conference Baseball Tournament that gets underway today in Omaha. The Huskers have a game against Michigan State for tonight. The NCAA has released Nebraska's schedule for this week's Super Regional at Tennessee. Nebraska's softball pitcher and utility player Jordy Ball has been named the top 3 finalists now for the USA Softball ESPN Collegiate Player of the Year Award. As we mentioned, the state high school baseball is going on in Omaha. Hastings High was eliminated yesterday. They lost to Gretna East in the Class B elimination game 12-2. Meanwhile, Adams Central is still alive. The Patriots won their elimination ball game as they beat Mount Michael Benedictine yesterday by a score of 5-1. Patriots will play again tonight at 7 against Wayne. We'll tell you about that coming up. State High School Soccer Tournament is wrapping up today with the boys' championship games. The girls' championship games were held last night. And the State High School Track and Field Championships will also get underway this week at Omaha Burke High School. So lots going on in the sports scene as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
And a much better morning here this morning as we're not up at 4 a.m. That makes a big difference, my man.
Yeah, I picked you up yesterday. We both were in Omaha yesterday for state baseball. I picked you up at 5 o'clock, and that's way too early for you.
It is. It is. I had to start that day at like 4. Was already a cup of coffee in, and it still hadn't even registered or even clicked the surface. And I don't think I was good to go. If I would have had the 10 a.m. game, it would have been a little rough. I was lucky enough to have the what ultimately was turned into the 12:30 game due to the rolling schedule over there at Tall Anderson Field, and was regrouped and was mentally focused by then. But I mean, it was a 4 cups of coffee day. It's just not my. It's not my morning best at 4 a.m. by any stretch of the imagination, but we got through it and had a fun day in Omaha yesterday. Saw the Patriots pick up that 5-1 victory, and now getting set for a rematch tonight against the Wayne Blue Devils, a team that Adams Central is oh so familiar with here in the postseason. But an elimination game, and now you're halfway through the tournament, 3 games in. We could see a completely different ball game. I mean, it just depends on who Wayne decides to send to the bump today, and you look back at their first game, you get scatter 3 hits and didn't have enough offense to really stay competitive in that one. And if the AC Bats can get the bats rolling early, it could be a completely different ball game. So looking forward to listening to that action later on tonight as we head back to Omaha for some more state baseball. But much different when the alarm clock goes off at 6:15 and I have an opportunity to roll out and get the cup of coffee and break out the morning news and see what's going on in the world. Just a little bit different atmosphere and attitude here at 7 o'clock as opposed to 5 a.m. That was rough.
Yeah, a couple of other games in Class C yesterday for state baseball. Malcolm beat Wayne by the score of 2-1. So Malcolm in bracket 2 is the undefeated team left there. So Wayne and Adams Central will play, and then the winner will play Malcolm tomorrow. In bracket 1, Central City Centura, they knocked out Fort Calhoun yesterday by a score of 9-6. So Central City Centura in the driver's seat. They move into the bracket final tomorrow. Fort Calhoun will play Lincoln Christian today. In the other classes, in Class B, Omaha Scott is now 2-0. They beat Waverly yesterday by a score of 4-0. So Waverly will play Gretna East today in one of the elimination games. In bracket 2, it is Omaha Gross moving into the bracket final as Gross beat Bennington yesterday 7-6. Bennington will play this afternoon at 1 o'clock against Ralston. And the Class A bracket winners, or at least into the finals, is Lincoln East, the top seed in Class A. They beat Millard South yesterday 3-2. So Millard South will play Millard West at 4 this afternoon. In the other bracket in Class A, Millard North beat Elkhorn South by the score of 4-0. So Elkhorn South will play Papillion La Vista South coming up at 7 tonight at Warner Park. So the bracket's a little confusing. I know there's two sides, the bracket 1 and bracket 2 in each class. You've got to win your bracket to get into the finals on Friday, and then all the championship games will be played on Friday at Warner Park, 12 o'clock noon for the Class C game, 3:30 for the Class B game, and then 7 o'clock for the Class A game. So we're winding down the state baseball. We'll see what the Patriots can do with Wayne. We're 0-2 against Wayne this year. They beat us in the first round of the state tournament the other day, 6-1. They also beat us to begin the season. I think it was 13-12 or something like that.
Right.
13-12 to begin the season. So, yep. So they're back at it tonight. We know Wayne about as well as we know Adams Central. I mean, we have played Wayne, this is going to be the third time this season. We played him a couple of times last year. So we're matched up with Wayne. We know him pretty well.
Yeah, it's a matchup that, from the Adams Central perspective, nothing would be sweeter than knocking off Wayne in an elimination game and getting some redemption. This team has been a thorn in the Pat's side to their ultimate goals and getting better and advancing their way into the state baseball tournament, making a little bit of noise. They've always run headlong into Wayne, whether it's been a district final to win your first district final in school history a year ago. They eventually took that and got over that hump this year with the victory over St. Paul. But Wayne prevented them from getting that first district championship a year ago, and then knocked him off in the state tournament, sent him into the consolation ladder, and then sent him into the consolation ladder to begin this year. So it's a team that you really, really want for AC to be able to get that victory, and how sweet that would be. But I'll say this, and like I've said it all season long, and I don't care if it's whether it's softball or baseball, you pick up a win against Wayne today. That can't be your Super Bowl. That can't be the okay, good, job done. We made our way through. We've advanced our furthest. You got to regroup and get ready to roll, and then knock off Malcolm, and try to find a way to win two in there. So job not done by any stretch. Pats are still going to have to play 3 good ball games here down the stretch to advance their way into a Class C state championship. But it starts with Wayne today. And you hope that you can get a little redemption. This one stings for AC. It's been kind of the mark on Adams Central. They just haven't been able to get over that Wayne Blue Devil hump, and a really good opportunity. And I don't call it a challenge. I don't call it a situation where, oh no, here we go again. No, I look at this game as an opportunity for the Pats to get over that hump and continue their season, and that's what lays before them today.
Yeah, we're good enough to beat Wayne. This would not be a major upset if we beat Wayne today. We're good enough to beat Wayne, but we got to bring our A game today. And a guy who brought his A game yesterday, you did the game, Cohen Rader on the mound yesterday for Hastings through 6 2/3, and the only reason he didn't get the final out because he's up against his pitch count.
Yep.
But Rader yesterday walked 7, struck out 8. He gave up 1 run and 4 base hits yesterday. He was dominant in a position where the Pats had to come up with a dominant performance against a pretty good team at Mount Michael Benedictine.
Yeah, and really, you look at the run he gave up. I mean, the only reason that run was given up was because there was an error earlier in the inning that kept that inning alive for Mount Michael Benedictine. Otherwise, it would have been goose eggs across the board. And you don't give up that error defensively, and maybe that pitch count is where he has the ability to throw 7 scoreless. He was great, and he was great at the plate, too. Set up the Patriots well with a leadoff single to keep things rolling off in the first inning, to keep the scoring rolling along for Pats as they put 3 up in pretty early fashion, had the 3-0 lead. Then he led off later in the ball game with a triple in an inning, and the Pats were able to tack on some insurance runs. So whether it was at the plate, whether it was on the bump, Cohen Rader was pretty sensational yesterday. Got some help from the meat of the order for AC, and they just did enough. Got the 5 runs. That was all you needed with the way Cohen was pitching last night. So good win for AC baseball, and we'll see if we can't get her done today against the Wayne Blue Devils.
Yeah, 7 o'clock starting time tonight at Fricky Field in Omaha. And then we'll have the game here on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame at 6:45. So you had Adams Central yesterday. I had Hastings High. Tigers looked good early. We had a 2-0 lead over Gretna East after 3.5 innings, but then that's when the wheels fell off of the carts. The Griffins scored 5 runs in the 4th inning, 3 in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th to lock up the win. Tigers out hitting that ball game 14-2. Hastings ends the season 13-13. So the Tigers go to the state tournament. They drop a game to Omaha Scots in the first round of the state tournaments, 12-1. Then they lose the game yesterday to Gretna East by the score of 12-2. So the Tigers kind of struggled down the stretch. Their pitching was not very good yesterday.
Right.
The starter was good. Carlos Yemenez, he got into the 4th inning, and then we went to the pen, and the pen was not very good yesterday for Hastings High as Gretna East puts it to the Tigers 12-2 in that game.
Well, it was just, I don't look at the Hastings Tigers state run and think that there's anything to hold your head or hang your head about. I think you can hold your head up pretty high. That was the Class B gauntlet on that side of the bracket, and you have to face off against top-seeded Scott. We knew that was going to be a challenge. Scott's just a damn good ball club. And then Gretna, they have been one of the up-and-comers in Class A and certainly knew that they were going to have a potent lineup for Hastings High, and Hastings High took the fight to them early, and you got to be really proud of the effort that they showed. And once things started to kind of become realization, I think that you noticed the momentum swings and the momentum shifts, and they just couldn't get anything going. And when you go to your pen, I mean, it's everybody in the kitchen sink in these elimination game scenarios, and you got to just throw stuff at the wall until something starts to work. Unfortunately for the Tigers, they couldn't get anything to work, and Gretna was able to chip away and ultimately win that game via run rule. But those were just 2 extremely talented baseball teams that Hastings High had to go up against. And you look at the summer. What's that mean for Hastings baseball? Well, you get to combine with some of the AC players and make that Class A Legion team that can go out and take it too, take the fight to some of these teams. So nothing to hang your head about if you're a Hastings High baseball fan today, and they're very proud of the way they represented our community over at the state baseball tournament, and just to get into the state baseball tournament, the fight and determination, being down 6 runs to a Ralston team, and represented us well, even in the 2 and Q mode. Can't be disappointed with what you saw from the Tigers.
Again, you're listening to Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports here this morning as we recap the state high school baseball tournament. Again, it will continue tonight. 7 o'clock ball game here on Extreme Sports. Adams Central and Wayne on the other pregame at 6:45 tonight. So join us for more state high school baseball coverage tonight. If you'd like to chime in, something we've talked about here this morning, something that's on your mind, even something that's non-sports related, give us a call. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. And again, thanks for joining us at the breakfast table, so to speak, here this morning as we get you up and get you rolling. I was just noticing Omaha, we've got state baseball going on. We've got state soccer going on. State track gets underway tomorrow. And the Big Ten baseball tournament gets underway today. And I'm kind of looking for a room tonight because if Adams Central wins, we play again tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. So I thought I'll just stay in Omaha. And I was trying to figure out, where the hell am I going to stay?
Where the hell are you going?
Yeah, where am I going? So that's on my agenda for later on this morning. I was just noticing everything that was going on. It says, I'm not going to be able to find a room in Omaha tonight.
Surely with as many trips as we've made back and forth to Omaha, you've got like a VIP hotel access somewhere, right?
Oh, I think I do.
Surely. Yeah.
Yeah, we met up with some people yesterday.
They were in the hotel industry.
Yeah, that's in the hotel industry. And she says, my mom can probably get you in.
Man, I have to make that call.
I might have to
cash in that favor.
Cash in that acquaintance we made yesterday. Remember me?
How could I forget?
Yeah. Remember you said your mom was in the hotel business? Does she have any rooms available tonight? Anyway.
I need that. Oh, we gotta celebrate a birthday this morning.
Who's that?
Happy birthday to Marcus Metcalf, celebrating a birthday. IT man giving us the birthday and anniversaries here on this 20th day of May.
I saw that earlier today. I was on Facebook looking for some stuff. Yeah, Marcus having a birthday. He's a youngster. He's the pup of this team. He is. God, he's not even 30 yet.
Yeah, we're old.
He's the pup of this team. So anyway, happy birthday, Marcus. I think he's chimed in with us. Yep, he's in with us here today in the lobby. I'm going to be talking about Nebraska baseball. Now we got to begin the run. It's the Big Ten tournament. It's going on. We've got it in Omaha this year at Charles Schwab Field. Huskers will play Michigan State tonight. Then they got the top-seeded Oregon Ducks on Friday. So Can we do it? Can we advance?
You're going to need two.
Yeah, we're going to need two. We're going to have to knock off both of them.
And I think you can't overlook, right? Like, you're not looking past Michigan State. You got to take care of business. What's in front of you right now? You got to play your absolutely best ball against Sparty tonight. We can't be having these one step forward, one step back spots in the season anymore. I mean, it's winning time for Husker baseball. Here's why I'm optimistic, because we did it last year in quite literally the exact same fashion. We came from, quite frankly, out of nowhere, rose out of the ashes, and won the damn thing. So I'm not counting us out, but to get through Oregon is going to be an absolute test. Now, I said the same thing a week ago when we were opening up the Baton Rouge regional. I said, oh, crap, we're in LSU's regional. Well, fun season. We'll probably finish runner-up. What happened? Southeastern Louisiana did some crazy stuff. Beat LSU twice. Made our road extremely less complicated for Nebraska softball, and we were able to pick up that regional and now head over to Knoxville to take on a very, very good Tennessee team, a team that I've had penciled in as possibly a Final Four semifinalist potential. And so got more work to do there on the softball. But, yeah, flip over to baseball. Straight up, it's winning time. And I think it starts tonight against Michigan State, and then you just got to throw everything at the wall against Oregon. You got to get past the pod, period. You can't rely on somebody beating somebody else by a better win differential and you getting the nod. I think you stay aggressive at the plate and stay aggressive on the base paths. You don't lift up when you get a little bit of a lead. and you just slam your foot on the accelerator until the dust settles, because who knows how this is all going to shake out or what crazy things might happen. Take care of business tonight. And I think that's just your message is, like we talked about going up to Omaha. This was a talented team a year ago that ended up coming through and winning the Big Ten baseball tournament and really reloaded. Didn't lose a whole hell of a lot from that squad a year ago and reloaded and put some arms in that pen. All told, arms that have seen some injuries as we've moved along throughout the season. But do what we brought you here for, go out, be competitive against these teams in the Big Ten and make some noise here. As I've always said, if you're a lower seed in a conference tournament or even a state tournament or a national tournament, hell, if you get here, you might as well win the thing. And I think that message and that mission starts tonight against Sparty.
Again, 402-834-1330, our telephone number. If you'd like to join us here today, waking up with Mike and Tyson. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 720.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start with SNAP benefits, food assistance. Governor Jim Pillen's veto of the bill that would have expanded that access to taxpayer-funded food stamps for felony drug dealers was sustained by the legislature, meaning upheld. Jim Pillen putting out a statement yesterday saying, quote, "Drug dealers should not be entitled to taxpayer-funded benefits. We cannot let repeat felons take advantage of the system," end quote. The thing is, 26 other states have passed this kind of legislation, and in those 26 states, the overwhelming majority have already seen data to reflect the opposite of what the governor said, that maybe by giving people an opportunity to put food on their tables, that they no longer need to sell or use drugs that brought them the conviction in the first place. Alas, we'll never know. However, the legislature rebounded yesterday as a proposal to raise various taxes across the state in order to provide property tax relief failed miserably. Senator Tom Brandt introduced the measure to provide what he said was sustainable and substantial property tax relief. The plan proposed new taxes on cigarettes, which, by the way, have been taxed extra in back-to-back legislative sessions and are now at a whopping $11 a pack at a good old Camel Blues at your favorite local gas station, but also taxing vaping products, sugary drinks, and services like tattoos and chartered flights. The bill drew almost immediate opposition, and Brandt even tried to attempt to scale back the bill to focus solely on taxing nicotine products, but the effort still failed. Hastings College held its 139th commencement on Saturday. During the ceremony, the college awarded degrees to 192 undergrads and 10 Masters of Arts in Teaching grads. Graduates represented 19 states and 14 countries. The student speaker was graduating senior Tamaya Thompson, a philosophy and political science double major. She's smart. 7:22. Let's swing things back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Well, Nebraska will play Michigan State tonight in the Big Ten Conference Baseball Tournament at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha. Huskers are 28-27 in the season. They finished 15-15 in the conference. The Spartans are 28-25. They were 13-17 in the league. Nebraska beat Michigan State 4-0 in the 2023 tournament. First pitch tonight will be at 6. In the other games today, Illinois will play Michigan at 10, followed by Indiana against Purdue at 2. The NCAA has released Nebraska's schedule for this week's Super Regional at Tennessee. Nebraska will play the Volunteers in a best-of-3 series this weekend. First game is Friday at 6. Saturday's game will begin at 4. The if necessary game would be held on Sunday. No time has been announced for that game. Nebraska will be playing in a Super Regional for the first time since 2014. Huskers have not appeared in the College World Series since 2013. Their best finish came in 1985 when the team finished the season as the NCAA Division I runner-up. Nebraska softball pitcher and utility player Jordy Ball has been named a top 3 finalist for the USA Softball ESPN Collegiate Player of the Year Award. The other 2 finalists are Bree Ellis out of Arkansas, and Marjorie Kennedy of Texas Tech, the reigning collegiate player of the year. Hastings High has been eliminated from the state high school baseball tournament. Tigers lost at Gretna East 12-2 yesterday in the Class B elimination game. Hastings had a 2-0 lead after 3.5 innings, but the Griffins scored 5 runs in the 4th inning, 3 in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th to lock up the win. The Tigers were out hitting the game 14-2. Hastings ends the season 13-13. Adams Central still alive in the Class C state tournament. Patriots beat Mount Michael Benedictine 5-1 yesterday. Cohen Raider threw 6 2/3 innings and gave up 1 run and 4 hits. Raider walked 7, struck out 8. He also had 2 hits at the plate. Jacob Reichstein also had 2 base hits. Adams Central now 22-7 in the season. They'll play Wayne in another elimination game tonight at 7. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame show at 6:45. Wayne beat the Patriots 6-1 on Saturday in the first round of the state tournament. In the state high school soccer tournament last night, Lincoln Southwest won the Class A girls crown with a 2-1 win over Omaha Marion. Gretna East won the Class B state championship by beating Lincoln Pius 5-0. The boys will be on the field today. Bennington will play Schuyler for the Class B state championship at 5:30 this afternoon, followed by the Class A game between Omaha Westside and Omaha South. The state high school track and field championships will get underway tomorrow at Omaha Burke. Classes A and B will compete on Wednesday and Thursday. Classes C and D will compete on Friday and Saturday. That's a check in your sports headlines, now 7:26 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
On this Tuesday, that storm system has moved out and left us with cooler temperatures and a bunch of wind. Hey everybody, Tim Jones, Nebraska Weather TV. Today, partly sunny, a high of only 63 degrees. But the big story, no toupee Tuesday once again. Northwest wind 20 to 25 with gusts to 40 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we'll dip all the way down to the low 40s. Mostly clear skies, and on Wednesday, a chance of late showers and thunderstorms, a high of 71.
Chilly start to the morning here today. We've got north winds at 17. We've got clear skies, and it is 44 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com. Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class winged beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson Abronic with you on this Tuesday morning, the 20th of May for 2025. Got all your news, weather, and sports to get you out the door here this morning. We've been talking Nebraska baseball, state high school baseball tournament, NBA, NHL playoffs. They're now into the conference finals in the NBA. Minnesota will play at Oklahoma City tonight. First game of the NBA Western Conference Finals. The Eastern Conference Finals will get started tomorrow as Indiana will play at New York. So all of a sudden we're to the conference finals of the NBA playoffs, and hopefully we'll get things finished in the first week or so of June.
I mean, I don't mind if hockey goes into July a little bit here. I'm hoping for like 2 back-to-back 7-game series. Eastern Conference Finals set for tonight. Exact opposite of the NBA. NHL gets underway in the East, and you got Rod Brindamar and the Carolina Hurricanes going up against the Florida Panthers. Florida knocking off the Toronto Maple Leafs in spectacular fashion, sending Leafs fans into their utter misery that they have each and every year because they're like the best bridesmaids of all. They never win big games, and they didn't this weekend. Florida knocks them off big, 6-1. Florida moves on to take on Carolina. Carolina, of course, taking care of the Washington Capitals. So that's set tonight. Then you go into the West tomorrow, where the Dallas Stars take on the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton, the last remaining Canadian team available, with Connor McJesus, of course, leading the helm over there in Edmonton with the scoring, but going up against the feisty Dallas squad. Dallas taking care of Connor Hellebuck and the Winnipeg Jets over the weekend, and that will set your slate for Wednesday. Both games, I believe, 7 p.m. on ESPN.
You're a hockey guru. Down to the Final Four. Who do you like?
So on that note, I am a hockey guru. I had my bracket. My bracket's already busted. I didn't have any of the Final Four teams in my NHL bracket. But that being said, now that we've kind of recreated things and shifted things around, if I'm making a prediction based with my head, I think it's going to be Florida. I think they're the top dogs in the East by far when they're playing at full strength. I really like the way Dallas has been competitive. I think Edmonton finds a way to lose that series. They shouldn't. Connor McDavid is the best hockey player, but he needs some help around him. I think Dallas is a more complete team, lines 1 through 4. So I think the Stars can get it done. And then I would probably take the Florida Panthers over the Dallas Stars. If I'm going with my heart, it's literally the exact opposite. I want to see Carolina knock off Florida. I love the way that they play hockey. I love their coach. I love everything about them. And I would take Carolina to move in the East, and I would take them against Connor McDavid to set up some good old hockey theater for a Stanley Cup final in a 7-game series where you want to get the popcorn. But I think it'll go the opposite. I think it'll be Dallas and Florida.
All right, so bet the other way.
Bet, yeah. I mean, my heart says one way, my head says the other. I don't know. Maybe you mix and match your bets here.
Based on your trend with all your predictions with football and basketball.
Yep.
Why should we put
even the last place horse that I said was going to be last finished second.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I can't even pick losers.
We were on the road yesterday, so we didn't get to do our show. If you were with us Friday, we picked who we thought would be the last place horse of the Preakness Stakes, and you pulled out Gosker.
Yeah,
he was like a 20-1 shot. You pulled out Gosker. Hell, that horse. Yeah, he had a chance to win that race. Yeah, he had the lead coming down the stretch, and he got overtaken by Journalism. But yeah, we were picking the last place horses in the Preakness Stakes, and you picked a horse that finished second. Pay Billy. I had Pay Billy, and he didn't finish last either.
No. None of our horses finished last.
No, Jim, he had American Promise.
So the bet's off.
Yeah, he was the.
He was the best worst finisher.
Yeah, he was. That's a good way to put it. He was the best worst finisher out of the three, but he didn't finish last either. So we were trying to
nobody lunch.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who was going to finish last in the Preakness Stakes because Journalism was the overwhelming choice to win it. We said, who's going to finish last? Well, Tyson goes out, and he picks the horse that almost upset the field.
Let's go.
Gosker.
And Journalism was such a heavy favorite. Like, the payouts were phenomenally crap. What did I say? It was like a $16 exacta.
Yeah, you were talking about that on the road yesterday. We said we were looking at the payouts for the Preakness. He says, although Gosker finished second, which was a 20-1 shot, Journalism was so heavily bet as the favorite, the exacta paid $16.
Yep. There was no money. I mean, you had to have an exotic that didn't include Journalism, and since Journalism won the race, that didn't exist. So, yep, crap payouts for the exotics.
So anyway, that puts we're trying to finish some business from over the weekend. So that was the Preakness Stakes won by Journalism. So now I think they have like 3 weeks off before they get to the Belmont. I think the Kentucky Derby winner, the Kentucky Derby winner is coming back to run the Belmont. So Journalism will see some competition again in the Belmont Stakes.
That could be a good showdown.
Yeah, we'll hang out with Jim for the next couple of weeks on Fridays to talk horse racing and get you through the Belmont Stakes. Jim will be joining us again on Friday. So we've recapped the NBA. We've recapped the NHL stuff. I see that Cheekfish is chiming in.
Yeah, baseball comments.
Yeah, he's all over the Huskers. He likes Nebraska's chances to win the tournament. Am I reading this right?
Nebraska's chances in the Big Ten tournament. I mean, yeah, to win, I would say. I mean, you're not just saying I like Nebraska's chances to do okay and then teeter out and fade out into irrelevance. I think Chief's fully on Nebraska to win. He's putting all his chips in the center. They have won the most of their Big Ten weekend series over the last 2 months in the Big Ten. So Chiefs on board. Chiefs on board with Big Red. I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to say that this team is where I thought they would be at the very beginning of the season. They regroup. They find a way to play postseason ball. And Bolt pulls another rabbit out of the hat, and Nebraska can take back-to-back Big Ten crowns. Drink some Will Bolt aid here on the show.
No, I'm opposite. No, you are drinking Will aid?
Drink some Will aid.
I'm completely opposite. I don't think this team over the last, 6 weeks, they really haven't shown us anything. They got their big wins early. They were a preseason top 25 team. Nebraska baseball over the last 6 weeks, they haven't shown us anything. Like I said, it was 2 steps forward, maybe 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I don't know if I don't know if we're. at this point in time, are we any better than we were 6 weeks ago?
Yeah. Yeah, we're better.
I don't feel that way.
We're better. We'll be fine.
I don't feel that way. So you and Chief, you're all over the Huskers in the Big Ten tournament. I'll go opposite.
Last time Chief and I were all over the Huskers in the Big Ten tournament, we were at one of our Sunday morning establishments having breakfast, and the Big Ten baseball game was on against Penn State.
Yep.
And we ended up staying and shutting the place down and watching it. And they close early on Sundays after breakfast service gets wrapped up. But we said, Big Ten baseball's on. Can you stay open late for us? And we sat there and we watched the Huskers hoist the Big Ten championship. And if Chief and I are on the Huskers, you got to get on board. There's some magic in Sunday morning magic in there.
You stayed
tires and sodas.
You stayed till closing time?
Well, I mean, it was in the afternoon.
When they
that
shut
particular
down?
establishment closes at 2. It's no longer there. I used to work there. But they closed at 2. The game was still going on, so we stayed open just a little bit later on so Chief and I could watch it. We hoisted the crown.
I bet you were not in good shape when you left.
We were in great shape.
I bet
we were in fine-tuned condition, my man.
402-834-1330 is our telephone number if you'd like to chime in with us here today. Something is on your mind, sports-related or not. Give us a call here this morning. Join us at the breakfast table, so to speak. Drop us a message on all of our social media sites. We're monitoring those comments as well. So, again, we've got state high school baseball tonight. Adams Central and Wayne playing for the second time in, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Second time in 4 days. Adams Central and Wayne, 7 o'clock starting time tonight, 6:45 for the pregame show here on Extreme Sports.
Let's go. Tell me you did finger math for that, by the way.
I did.
Yes. Love it.
I did. Well, I wanted to see Saturday. Do you count Saturday? Yeah. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
That's
second time in 4 days. I don't even know what day it is half of the time.
Well, you start off your week on a road trip to Omaha at 4 a.m. The week kind of gets lost a little bit. We got home last night, and I'm like, another day in the books. And I'm like, that was Monday. We got 4 more days of this. We have so much going on. I mean, with everything that's going on in Omaha, and then you flash forward, take just a look here in Hastings, man. Like, this weekend's going to be busy enough. Hastings Sodbuster's going to get up and operational here this weekend. They start off the season with, what did it count, like a 5-game, 6-game homestand that goes from Friday through the Memorial Day weekend, heads off into the early part of next week as well. So, good opportunity to come down to Duncan Field. See yours truly prancing around the field with a microphone. I'm still not quite sure how they give me a microphone and expect there to be normal baseball routine. It'll be kind of chaos and it'll be fun.
You're supposed to entertain the crowd.
Natural born entertainer. Don't know if you know this. Was born to be in the spotlight. Love being on stage, on the theater. Love microphones, obviously. Spent 18 years with the damn things. So I'm going to go entertain. I'm going to give people a little love of baseball. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play some trivia. We're going to do some spinny bat races. I'll give the adults an opportunity to win some beverages of their choosing. Kids obviously get Buster Bucks and can spend that in the concessions. But we'll be out and about at the ballpark all year long. Looking forward to it. It's one of the many talents and many jobs that I incur.
I just shake my head sometimes. And
it was such a wild way that we fell into it. Like, I had just texted the Sodbusters organization last summer. I was bored. I was in the bar industry, and I was like, well, I need something to do. Like, I need to go to the ballpark and just do something for the Busters. I shot them a text, and I'm like, anywhere you want to put me, I'd be happy to help out. And they brought me on board. They had me kind of shadow the on-field MC, and halfway through, he's like, you want to give it a shot? And apparently they liked me for some reason, and they're bringing me back. So Looking forward to spending a full season with the Busters. It's going to be a lot of fun. First game coming up on Friday at Duncan Field.
Yeah, all the things that's been going on in the last 10 days. And then I finally realized this weekend is Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to go with the wife and get out this Memorial Day. I said, wait, if the Patriots make it into the state championship game, I have a 12 o'clock game on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
She was thrilled by that this morning when I told her. Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, we'll get out of town sometime on Friday, but if the Patriots play in the state championship game, it's a 12 o'clock start. So it might be 5 o'clock before I get home.
Do you take the motor home to Omaha and then go to the lake? Or do you leave her parked at the Will Pit Stop there?
I'll tell her to get it ready.
Yes.
Yeah, you get it
That's
loaded.
That's the strategy. Yep.
That way I get out of it. I had to do it last week when we went to Kansas City. I did most of the loading.
That's a game-winning strategy right there.
I'll say, you have it ready for me when I get home. And I will just hop from one car to the other, and then we'll go to the lake.
That's a lot of driving, dude.
I can do it.
I know you can.
I'll drive
You know
home.
me. You know how well I do with road trips.
And then
Hell, I fell asleep halfway through
I noticed that.
past York.
There's reasons for that, though.
That's because I got up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, you didn't make it all the way back. But that's traditional with the people that usually go with me on these road trips. Usually, I'm driving home by myself.
Uh-huh.
Because the people that go with me, they're racked out. They can't make it all the way home either. So don't feel bad. They can't make it home either.
Good. I'm in line with Jimmy.
I guess
Gino.
I guess I shouldn't have taken you to lunch.
That was a great lunch.
We had a good
I
time.
appreciate that.
We had a good time at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's my favorite restaurant. I've been to my favorite restaurant now twice in 4 days.
Cashing in all your, what is it, valued VIP points or whatever it is. You're going to be able to earn a shirt this weekend. Go up there between games. Did it stop before you go to the 7 o'clock contest? You probably earn yourself enough points for a T-shirt.
Bring home a T-shirt from my favorite restaurant.
And get your hotel reservation all in one stop.
All right. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. Love to chat with you here today. I was hoping to check in with Tim Stroman, but he must be busy.
He's probably in the film room scouting.
I gave him the open invitation. I said, if you're available at 7:30, give us a call.
He's like me, man. He needs some rest.
Obviously, yeah, maybe he's sleeping.
Been a long week.
It has been.
And it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Well, it all started for me last weekend.
Right.
No, let's see.
You've been at this 3 days in a row now.
I see. I don't even remember. Was it last weekend I was in Kansas City?
That was 2 weekends ago.
Last weekend
you were doing baseball. This past weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The state tournament started on Saturday. So 2 weekends ago, I was in Kansas City for the race. Then I had state baseball all last weekend, stretching into this week. So, yeah, it's been a tumultuous 10 days.
It's Tuesday, May 20th at 7:47. Get your clock straight.
God, it's only Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk with the bookkeeper. Maybe if we don't have any games Friday, we're not going to work next Monday because it's Memorial Day.
We don't work Monday.
We didn't do the show Monday because we were on the road.
Mm-hmm.
God, do we ask the bookkeeper to take Friday off too?
Like as a reward for all of our hard work and accomplishments over the spring sports season?
Yeah, because that pretty well puts the capper on the spring sports season. Would she give us Friday off?
Not if you make her pack the damn camper.
We got to have time. Well, that's only if I have to do a game on Friday. I'll pack it if I don't have to do a game on Friday. She's only got to pack it if I have a 12 o'clock game for the state championship. And then she can pack it, and I'll come home, and we'll go to the lake.
Let's assume the best. You got a 12 o'clock game coming up Friday. Pats are going to win today. You'll have a 12 o'clock game Friday. Let's say if the bookkeeper's not working, I don't think we should work either. I think that's only fair.
Yeah, she's not working Friday either.
Then I think that settles it.
But if I have to do a game, then it's out the door.
Then we're not having it anyway because you got a game.
See, 12 o'clock.
You got to be there by 10. You'd have to leave it right after the show.
Oh, that'd be pushing it.
And we tend to go overtime on Fridays.
Well, we'll figure that out.
Hell, Jim and I could do the show.
Yeah? Talk about horses. Talk about horses on Friday. Anyway, yeah, we got a lot to cover.
And it's only Tuesday, so let's let the week sort itself out, and we'll make that determination Thursday.
Oh, we're not going to work next Monday.
No, Monday's out. It's Memorial Day.
It's also my birthday.
Seriously?
Yep.
Happy early birthday. You and Marcus, many birthdays.
Everybody's taking off for my birthday. It's Memorial Day.
I think, we party.
Well, that's another thing. I've been on the go for like 2 weeks, and now we go down to the lake, and what happens?
I don't. You tell me what happens at the lake.
It's usually not good. Bad things happen when we get to the lake. I'll be like up all hours of the night again this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sleep sometime.
You sleep when you're dead. That's what I always say.
That's what
There's
I always
time
say.
to sleep when I'm dead.
All right. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 7:51.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start at the state capitol this morning, where Governor Jim Pillen's veto of a bill to expand access to taxpayer-funded food stamps for felony drug dealers was sustained or upheld by the Nebraska legislature. Jim Pillen put out a statement yesterday saying, quote, "Drug dealers should not be entitled to taxpayer-funded benefits. We cannot let repeat felons take advantage of the system," end quote. The thing is, 26 other states have passed this legislation, and in those 26 states, the overwhelming majority are already seeing data to reflect the exact opposite of what the governor is saying, meaning that by giving people an opportunity to put food on their tables, they no longer need to sell or use drugs that brought them the conviction in the first place. We'll never know, at least for this year, as that veto was upheld. However, the legislature did rebound yesterday as a proposal to raise various taxes across the state in order to provide property tax relief failed miserably. Senator Tom Brandt introduced the measure to provide, quote, sustainable substantial property tax relief. The plan proposed new taxes on cigarettes, which, by the way, are already at $11 a pack at your favorite local convenience store. Also, tax vaping products, sugary drinks, and services like tattoos and chartered flights. The bill, as expected, drew almost immediate opposition, and Brandt even attempted to walk back or scale back the bill to focus solely on nicotine products, but the effort still ultimately failed. And Hastings College held its 139th commencement on Saturday. During the ceremony, the college awarded 192 undergraduates and 10 Masters of Arts and Teaching grads. Grads represented 19 states and 14 countries. The featured student speaker, graduating senior Tamaya Thompson, a philosophy and political science double major. Coming up on 7:54, let's head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's the haps in sports?
Well, Nebraska will play Michigan State tonight in the Big Ten Conference Baseball Tournament at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha. Huskers are 28-27 in the season. They finished 15-15 in the conference. The Spartans are 28-25. They were 13-17 in the league. Nebraska beat Michigan State 4-0 in the 2023 tournament. First pitch tonight will be at 6, and the other games today, Illinois will play Michigan at 10, followed by Indiana against Purdue at 2 o'clock. The NCAA has released Nebraska's schedule for this week's Super Regional at Tennessee. Nebraska will play the Volunteers in a best-of-3 series this weekend. The first game is Friday at 6. Saturday's game will begin at 4. The if necessary game will be held on Sunday, but no time has been announced for that game. Nebraska will be playing in a super regional for the first time since 2014. Huskers have not appeared in the College World Series since 2013. Their best finish came in 1985 when the team finished the season as the NCAA Division I runner-up. Nebraska's softball pitcher and utility player Jordy Ball has been named a top 3 finalist for the USA Softball ESPN Collegiate Player of the Year Award. The other 2 finalists are Arkansas's Bree Ellis and Marjorie Kennedy of Texas Tech, the reigning Collegiate Player of the Year. Hastings High has been eliminated from the state high school baseball tournament. The Tigers lost to Gretna East 12-2 yesterday in the Class B elimination game. Hastings had a 2-0 lead after 3.5 innings, but the Griffins scored 5 runs in the 4th inning, 3 in the 5th and 4 in the 6th to lock up the win. The Tigers were out hit in the game 14-2. Hastings ends the season 13-13. Adams Central is still alive in the Class C state tournament. The Patriots beat Mount Michael Benedictine 5-1 yesterday. Cohen Rader threw 6 2/3 innings and gave up 1 run and 4 hits. Rader walked 7, struck out 8. He also had 2 hits at the plate. Jacob Reichstein also had 2 base hits. Adams Central is now 22-7 of the season. They'll play Wayne in another elimination game tonight at 7. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame show at 6:45. Wayne beat the Patriots 6-1 on Saturday in the first round of the state tournaments. In the state high school soccer tournament last night, Lincoln Southwest won the Class A girls crown with a 2-1 win over Omaha Marion. Gretna East won the Class B title by beating Lincoln Pius 5-0. The boys will be on the field tonight. Bennington will play Schuyler for the Class B state championship at 5:30, followed by the Class A game between Omaha Westside and Omaha South. And the state high school track and field championships will get underway tomorrow at Omaha Burke. Classes A and B will compete on Wednesday and Thursday. Classes C and D will compete on Friday and Saturday. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:56 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
On this Tuesday, that storm system has moved out and left us with cooler temperatures and a bunch of wind. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones, Nebraska Weather TV. Today, partly sunny, a high of only 63 degrees. But the big story, no toupee Tuesday once again. Northwest wind 20 to 25 with gusts to 40 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we'll dip all the way down to the low 40s. Mostly clear skies, and on Wednesday, a chance of late showers and thunderstorms, a high of 71.
Right now, as you wake up, get going. North winds at 17. We got clear skies. It is 44 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Cam Raceway brings the action every Friday night with high-speed thrills and dirt-flying excitement for the whole family. From A-class and non-wing warriors to junior sprints, junior cage karts, and flat karts, there's something for every race fan to cheer for. Grandstands open at 7. Ages 13 and up are just $10, and kids 12 and under get in free. Want to be part of the action? Pit passes are just $20, with gates opening at 5:30. And mark your calendars. Saturday, May 24th is the Deb Bruntz Memorial Show, featuring $20,000 in total purse and some of the best racing you'll see all season. Cam Raceway, where the dirt flies and legends are made.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Will and Tyson O'Bronick. You're listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Tuesday. Again, we've got State High School baseball coverage tonight here on Extreme Sports. It'll be Adams Central trying to stay alive in the Class C tournament. They've got another ball game with Wayne. 7 o'clock starting time tonight, 6:45 for the pregame show. We'll have all the coverage from Fricky Field tonight here on Extreme Sports.
Tuesday, we are celebrating, and we should celebrate, National Streaming Day today. A nod to the world of digital streaming and entertainment. Happy National Streaming Day to us at Extreme Sports. It is also National Be a Millionaire Day today, which is always my dream. A day to dream big and reflect on financial goals. My financial goals are getting out of poverty. National Rescue Dog Day, honoring rescue dogs and promoting adoption. Happy National Rescue Dog Day, Rosie. Even though you kick me where it counts all the time. National Rescue Dog Day.
Rosie?
Rosie. My good friend's dog was a rescue dog.
Oh,
Rosie
Raja
likes me.
Raja was a rescue dog.
Raja was a rescue dog?
Yep. Rescued her.
Raja was a rescue dog is really hard to say, by the way, 8 o'clock in the morning. Raja was a rescue dog. Say that 10 times fast.
We don't need to.
I know. Rescue Dog Day today. That's your dog. That's your days. Your days calendar.
All right. We'll do this again tomorrow morning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow, but... Well, I don't. I don't know if I'll be...
The intrigue awaits. That's like the biggest cliffhanger of all. We'll do this show tomorrow. I don't know where I'll be.
Well, we'll do the show tomorrow, but I don't know where I'll be.
You could be here.
I
could be in Omaha.
I could be in the Eastern Studios. I could be at some nook and cranny in a closet someplace, in some hotel. I might be doing the show from my car. I might sleep in my car tonight.
Parking lot of your favorite restaurant.
Could do that, because I won't be able to get in because they're closed.
Yeah. This whole 7 o'clock in the morning thing.
Yeah, if we had like an afternoon show, like if this show was like a 3:30 show, like 3 to 4, we could get in there. And that'd be great. Not. We could do a show from our favorite restaurant from like 3 to 4. But since it's 7 to 8, chances of getting in there are probably slim to none.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Pats win today, so I will see you tomorrow from Omaha on the show.
Well, I'll probably get a room regardless if they win or lose. Because I'm not going to go out at 10 o'clock at night and look for a room.
That's smart. That's smart thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to have a game plan before I leave. So even if they drop one tonight, I'll still get up at 4 o'clock in my motel room and join you from my motel room.
You're staying an extra day in Omaha. You got more baseball on the way, buddy.
I hope so.
Start prepping for Malcolm. We'll get past Wayne today.
Okay.
We got to. We're gonna get this Blue Devil off our back.
Yeah, sooner or later.
We got them today.
Sooner or later, it's got to roll our way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to roll our way. So anyway, we'll do this again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Again, if you'd like to listen to this show again, you can go to our podcast sections of all of our social media sites and listen to this show again in its entirety whenever you want to. So again, thanks for joining us. We'll do it again tomorrow morning at 7. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme.